Every year around this time, you hear the distinct sound of that ringing bell, and maybe you donate to the Salvation Army.
That money goes to programs helping triad families get what they need.
But this year, the organization is struggling to find people to ring the bells, both volunteers and paid positions.
WFMY News 2's Alma McCarty spoke with a family of volunteers about the need to fill that shortage.
On Tuesday night, set up at the Friendly Center.
Hey, how are you tonight? Good, thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving.
The Majors family gets into the holiday spirit, volunteering for the Salvation Army's Red Kettle Drive for the first time.
Never done this before.
Always talked about doing something together as a family at the holidays as far as volunteering and giving back.
It's really nice seeing everybody give back and just stop and take time to give money and just wish us all happy holidays.
Shoppers pass by. Some put donations in the kettle before heading inside, but the Majors are an optimistic bunch.
I don't think people are quite 100% there yet, but I'm sure they'll come around after they get full on Thanksgiving Day.
The organization hopes for as many donations as they can get, but they need bell ringers to man about 40 stations set up across Greensboro. From now until Christmas, that's about 1,000 shifts they need covered. But right now, not enough people are signing up to volunteer or to even get paid to do it. This family will tell you, sparing some of your time is worth it.
It's a very good vibe. It's a very positive type of feel. But yeah, give your time. It's easy. It's enjoyable.
Very easy to just contribute a little bit.
If you're interested in volunteering with the Salvation Army or applying for a paid position, we've posted information about this story on our website.